Hello, welcome back to my channel. And welcome to the start of another weekly reading vlog. I am excited once again to be making one of these. I have such a fun time with them, but I'm especially excited for this one because it's like my semi-official getting my life back together vlog. I just feel like the past few weeks and or a couple of months have been rough to say the least. Obviously I'm going through a lot emotionally and I'm realizing that my surroundings are kind of stressing me out as well. I made my bed for the first time in a few weeks, which really helped, but I am really endeavoring this week to start exercising again, to start treating my body better by eating healthier foods, eating at home more often, and also by changing my surroundings. I'm not going to be decorating for Christmas quite yet, sadly, but I am going to be doing a little bit of decluttering around the house, and I'm going to be starting in my closet today. So I have a lot of stuff in my closet at the moment that I just don't wear, that doesn't fit, that doesn't make me feel good, and when I get dressed in the morning, I feel like I go for the same 3 sweatshirts over and over again. Which is not how I want to live my life. I want to be happy and excited to get dressed in the morning. Historically, I have enjoyed fashion. I'm not saying I'm a fashionista by any means, but I enjoy the act of like, you know, putting an outfit together, and I just feel like lately I have not been able to do that. I think part of it is the fact that I don't have a lot of summer clothing, and I think part of it is, again, that like my life is a little bit hectic, chaotic, all over the place right now. So my plan of attack for this vlog, and specifically what we're about to do, is I am going to go through all of my summer clothing that's hung up, figure out what I want to keep and store for next year, what I want to get rid of, what needs to stay in my closet because summer's never really over in Texas, let's be honest. And then I want to go through the fall items that I have, see what I still want to add to my closet, what I think I can part with, and then I can kind of start brainstorming other things I might want to bring into my wardrobe. I know for sure I do not have enough jeans. I have like one pair that fits, the rest don't, but I need to kind of go through those, see what I have, see what I don't have, and fingers crossed that I have an order from Aerie arriving today as well, which I think will help fill in some of the gaps for sure. Some things that I knew last fall, like, oh, I really wish I had a white sweatshirt and I didn't have any. I did buy a couple to kind of fill that gap, but I know there's going to be some other stuff that I definitely am still going to want. So I'm going to make a list kind of as I go as well on what I want to get. So the first order of business is getting all of my summer clothes out of the closet and kind of going through those piles. And then when it comes to fall stuff, I think I'm going to try some of that on and kind of see what I want to keep and what I don't. I have my tripod and my wide angle lens camera set up over there, and then we can really get started. Before we get into that though, I want to kind of let you know what the rest of the week is going to be like. If you are like, I'm not really invested in the decluttering process, I get that. This week is going to be an interesting one. I have a lot of reading to get done for other videos, so this is going to be a less reading heavy vlog. It's mostly going to be like lifestyle, but I am hoping to finish A Book of Night by Holly Black. I've gotten 20% into that one, and it's an audiobook, so I'll probably plug that in at some point through this decluttering process and listen to it, though I'll be honest, I have a couple of other like higher priority books to get done as I do this decluttering, but that's like the main book I'm trying to get finished. I also might start The Kiss Curse by Erin Sterling. It's I think the follow-up to the XX. I have a copy from Book of the Month that I want to get through. The font's really big and there's not very many pages, so I think that'll be an easy one to fly through. And then one of my goals is, since it is the week leading up to Halloween's on Monday, I would love to watch some kind of spooky movies with Hayden, maybe have like a cozy little date night on like Wednesday night or Thursday night doing that, and then we can give you a review on like whatever we've watched. I know Hayden has never watched Coraline, so that's like definitely on top of my list for him to watch, but yeah, that's kind of like the tentative plans. It's just going to be kind of a chill week with me getting my life together, and maybe this will inspire you to kind of get your closet organized for the start of the season, or maybe you just like watching this kind of content like I do and you'll just be entertained. So let's go ahead and get into the decluttering process, do a little time-lapse movie magic, and yeah, we can get going. So now I have all of my hanging clothing out on my bed. You saw me organize into piles, and I can kind of tell you what those are. This pile right here is going to be my I'm not sure, kind of maybe pile. I'm going to put these items in a bag or a box and see if I can use them either next season, or if I am like, oh dang, where's that tank top? If I have that sort of like urging to pull one of these items out again, I can. But I think the majority of these pieces in this pile are going to go. They're either a little bit too small or they're just not things I tend to reach for. So I have that pile right here. And my two big piles are the piles that I am either either putting away for the summer, like sundresses, things that I definitely won't wear in the winter, or they're things I'm going to hang up again, which are, you know, like little knit t-shirts like this that I can definitely get away with for most of the Texas fall. I think the next thing I'm going to do, instead of grabbing all of my fall stuff and starting to put that into my closet, I really want to go through my loungewear. I feel like I have so much loungewear and I reach for the same pieces over and over again, and the drawer is just stuffed and overflowing. And I feel like last season what I did was I had both my loungewear and my sweaters in the same drawer, and at this point I don't even have room to do that. So I would like to kind of declutter some of that and figure out what I'm keeping, what I'm not. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull that stuff, and maybe I will show you exactly like what I'm debating keeping or not, and you can help me decide. Okay, so I went through my loungewear and I feel like I have made decisions on what I'm keeping, what I'm getting rid of, what's a maybe. So these are the things that I am getting rid of, sadly. Okay, so this set right here is super cute. It's like a long sleeve knit shirt with a pair of knit shorts. I don't know if you can really tell on camera, but it feels more sweater material than sweatshirt material. And I wore this so much last season, but sadly I don't fit into this anymore, and I don't want to keep it around just in case I fit into it eventually. This set was a real toughie for me. Again, this is something I wore a lot last season and something that I really enjoyed. It's just, you can't even tell. It's a sweatshirt and sweatpants combo. But I think the issue with this set in particular is that it's not warm, but it also has pants. So I can't really wear this in transition weather, but if it's going to be cold outside, this is not something I'm going to reach for either. It's also kind of outside of my color palette for the winter months. I personally really like sticking to a color palette. It makes me feel really comfortable, really secure in my decisions whenever I am selecting clothes in the morning. I don't really wear blues in the wintertime. I know that's kind of silly. I do wear denim, but I just don't really tend to go for navy in general, and then light blue is typically a spring thing for me. And then I'm getting rid of this Fila sweatshirt. It's perfectly fine. I just never reach for this compared to the legions of other sweatshirts I have. It's also not particularly warm either, so I feel like, again, kind of just a piece that I don't think I'm going to be reaching for. And then we get to the maybe pile. Hi, Pickles. These shorts, I love them. They're so cute. I got these from Gymshark last season, but for some reason I got these in a small. Don't know what I was thinking. I'm not a small, I'm a medium at this point, and even if I were a small, these just ride up the ass too much for me to be comfortable wearing these out in public. Kind of sheer anyway, so cute, but I think I'm going to keep them in the maybe pile, maybe move them to pajamas, not entirely sure. This sweatshirt, I mean, she's fun, don't get me wrong, but you can already see the amount of cat hair building up on this. I don't want to get rid of it because it was a gift and I actually do really like it, but I don't think I can keep this in my regular wardrobe. I feel like I might move this to my sort of like casual pajama stuff. I have 2 oversized sweatshirts in my pajama drawer that I will just throw on if it's really cold in the morning before I get dressed for the day. They're both like fandom related t-shirts, and so I feel like this would fit in well there, so I might add that there. This matching set, again, I like this one, and this is why it's a maybe and not a total get rid of, but this is sort of one of those pieces where I don't actually love the colors. I don't really like tie-dye, but it does like serve a function in my wardrobe because this is a long sleeve and this is like shorts, but they're not too warm either. I don't know. On the fence about these two. Like they're perfectly fine, but just not something I reach for a ton at this point. And then these 2 sweatshirts. I don't know what to do about these. So this is merch from Delilah Lepke. Super cute, but the way that this fits is not my favorite, and that's how I feel about this Nike sweatshirt as well. The Nike one I'm considering cropping because I feel like if I cropped this at the waist and wore this with leggings, it'd be really cute. This one I just don't think this would be very cute cropped. I think it would cut off some of the design. So I feel like I might just be better off parting ways with this one. And actually, you know what? Now that I'm looking at it, I am going to add that to my donate pile. And then moving on to the things that I'm keeping. As you can see, my wardrobe kind of takes on a pretty neutral color palette in the winter. I feel like these are coming off navy, but this is gray and this is black. First up is this Lululemon sweatshirt. It is black and it is gray and it does have some cat hair on it. It's not nearly as bad as the Edward sweatshirt, so I like that it's kind of lighter weight, so I could wear this with leggings, but I wouldn't be too hot. I also have 2 semi-white sweatshirts. This one's kind of more of a cream color. This is a white. This one's super, super lightweight and it looks really, really cute with leggings. This one is just a cream crew neck. It used to be part of a matching set, but I didn't like the pants, so I just kept the sweatshirt. These brown joggers from Gymshark. I haven't really gotten a chance to wear these. I think I bought these honestly in the summer, so I didn't really have the opportunity to wear them, but I'm excited to get that opportunity this fall. This sweatshirt is actually the match to the shorts that I'm wearing right now, so obviously I love this set. And with this brown set, the shorts of these are dirty because I wear them so much. This matching set I wear a ton. It also has a pair of matching shorts in addition to the pants that I have and wear a ton. And then my City of Fork sweatshirt, which I just have so much attachment to this. I absolutely love this, and if I can find a link to it, I'll link to it because I just think this one is super cute and it's like a little bit more subtle in terms of merch. And Pickles obviously approves of the things I'm keeping, so I feel pretty good about my loungewear selections. I am happy with the progress I've been making on getting rid of things. I'm not sure if all of that loungewear is still going to fit in that drawer. I mean, I'll fit in the drawer originally, but I would like to have one side of the drawer to be loungewear and just like random sweatshirts, and then the other side to be sweaters. Is that realistic? I'm not entirely sure at this point. I'm considering hanging up some of my sweatshirts that don't pair with like shorts. gonna see maybe if that works. Just brainstorming at the moment because I'm trying to, again, figure out like not only what I'm keeping, but also where I'm gonna put things and where to organize things. But I think the next order of business is to go through jeans and try on jeans. I hate trying on jeans. I hate doing it in store. I hate doing it at home, but I've put this off for a couple of years at this point, and I know most of these jeans don't fit. So let's do a try on and see what we can keep, what we can salvage, and what I'm going to need to purchase because I know that I'm gonna need some new jeans. Okay, so first up we have this pair of Levi's 501s. I think I'm gonna keep these. I thought these were going to be too tight, and they are a little bit tight in the waist, but they're also like basically 100% denim. There's not a lot of stretch in these, which is not a bad thing because that means these will probably loosen up just a little bit as the day goes on. I mean, if they had stretch, they would do that as well, but I just know with this kind of denim, it will loosen up. And I think they're like pretty cute. We can't really see the butt very well, but they are kind of cute on the butt. So I do think I'm going to keep these. These are our second pair. They're super, super distressed, right? And I feel like I tend not to grab for these, but they're also so comfortable. And I feel like distressed jeans go in and out of style so quickly that if I got rid of these, I would maybe regret it because it's so hard to find jeans that fit in the first place. And they are really comfortable. I don't know. I feel like I would still wear these today, even though they are a little bit like over the top in the distressing, but I feel like that makes them like super comfy. So I am going to keep these, I think. I forgot that I even owned these. I have not taken the tags off of these, and I got them last year and they were not inexpensive. These are Paige jeans from Nordstrom. I don't know. I feel like the crotch is a little bit weird on these. At the same time, they don't fit horribly. I'm unsure about these. I have another pair of cream jeans. I think I'm going to throw those on next and we can kind of compare and see which ones I should keep. I definitely don't need two pairs of like creamy colored jeans, but since I do wear so many neutrals in the fall winter, it is nice to have a pair of pants like this so I could pair it with like a top like this and a white sweater. I love an all white look. All white after Labor Day. I am about it, okay? I think these are a no. I got these last spring. They have that like kind of crisscross waist thing going on. I didn't bother buttoning this last button, but I just don't think it's that cute on me, and they're too long. Maybe this is the style. I just like a good straight leg pair of jeans, but I just feel like these are kind of baggy and do nothing for me. Yeah, this is just a no. All right, I already knew these fit me, but I just wanted to show you what I like in a pair of jeans, I guess, in case you were wondering. I feel like all of the ones I'm trying on are kind of weird, but these are my go-tos. These are the ultra high-rise straight ankle jeans from Abercrombie. I know they still sell these. I'll link them if you're on the hunt for a good pair of high-waisted, super high-waisted jeans. These come up to my belly button and I have a pretty long torso. I usually get like long torso swimsuits for reference, but these just like really hit me at the perfect spot. These are not the Curve Love version. I just feel like I have weird luck with the Curve Love stuff from Abercrombie, even though that's what I would typically go for in something like an airy jean. I'm definitely more bottom heavy than I am top heavy, but I just go for the original in these. I love these. I feel like I just need to get some of these in cream or black and just call it a day because I know that I like this style. I think they're like fairly flattering on me, and I do think they hit kind of a good spot, so I could wear like booties with these, but flat shoes look cute as well. So these are my go-to. Honestly, I'd be happy with just these jeans, so I think that's going to make me a little bit more ruthless with my selections and or the other stuff I try on. Okay, another pair of Abercrombie jeans. I feel like these are, I don't know, I'm on the fence about them because I do think they're flattering. I do love how high up they come. I just feel like Abercrombie has really nailed the high-waisted thing. I'm just torn though because they're a little bit too tight in the waist and they kind of flatten my ass in the back because they are too tight. They were also too long, so I cut them, and I feel like they're just a little bit too short. Like they're not ankle length anymore. They're a little weird. So I don't know, as much as I like these, I think I'm gonna part ways with them and just try to find a new pair of black jeans. I don't want to avoid wearing them because they are too tight. I think even though they fit, even though I can button them, let's just find some stuff that actually fits me. Okay, so this is what I'm keeping. Like this is mostly what we tried on. The three pairs of kind of like medium wash denim that just kind of fit and worked for me. I might, switch out the distressed pair for a better pair of denim that works for a different occasion, but at this point I feel like that's pretty good. I also have a pair of black skinny jeans I didn't try on for you, but I've had these for like, I don't know, 5 years at this point, and they just keep going strong. Those are from the Gap. I don't know, I just feel like sometimes if you're going out, you just want a black skinny jean, so I'm keeping those. I do think I'm going to keep the Paige ones for the season and see if I wear them. I don't 100% know, but I did spend money on them. I haven't taken the tags off and they didn't not fit, so we'll keep those around. And then these like Spanx leggings, I don't know where to put these in terms of categorization. These are like the faux leather leggings that I feel like a lot of the influencer girlies were hawking a couple years ago. I do like these, but they're not something I would wear in an athletic context, so I don't want to put them with my athletic stuff, so I'll just keep them with my jeans. And this is the stuff we're getting rid of. So these mom shorts, they don't fit. They give a major camel toe, and I missed the return window, so we're just going to get rid of those. The black jeans and the cream jeans that just didn't work, getting rid of those. This pair of joggers, it's super cute. They have a velvet stripe running right here. I don't know if you can see that. These are from Lululemon, but when I got them, they didn't fit, and I just kept saying to myself, oh, like I'll finish them eventually. I'll get super skinny. No, we're not playing that game. We're just gonna get rid of them. We don't need to keep those in our life, and I don't think about them. They're not like taunting me in my drawer. They're taking up space, so I'm gonna get rid of those. And then these Paige blue skinny jeans. The way that these look, it's a little bit outdated, I feel like, but I spent such good money on these that I was like, I can't get rid of these, but I don't wear them. They're too small. Like, why am I holding onto those? So I feel pretty good about the piles. They're like fairly evenly sized, so I cut down my jean collection. I'm happy with that. Okay, just as I was going to get my fall clothes from upstairs, my Aerie order came in, so I thought I would show you what I got. This is not a fit, but these are two separate pieces that I got that I'm like obsessed with. It's kind of giving like 2007 vibes a little bit. We've got this like brown Henley. I feel like this video is not doing it justice, but kind of ribbed. It's got like multi-rib. It's got a thick rib right here and then a smaller rib next to it. Super comfy. I kind of want this in multiple colors. I know that like the conventional wisdom, at least recently, has been just because you like something in one color, like you don't need more. I disagree. I really disagree. I don't like it with these leggings, but I do like this. And then these flare leggings, I'm obsessed with these. I feel like, again, the video is not really doing it justice, but these are kind of a ruched front. They come up really high. These are the Aerie Offline collection. And I think if you're a girl who is bigger on the bottom and has a big hiney, you need these. Okay, this oversized sweater, I am obsessed with this. Would be just so cute with like a pair of just regular leggings or kind of like tucked in at the top with a pair of jeans. I love this. I feel like you can't really tell, but it's kind of a mix between like a chenille and that sort of like eyelash fabric. It's super, super soft. Really fuzzy. I feel like it looks a lot more expensive than it is in a way, but it also looks a little lived in, so I love it. It has kind of like a balloon sleeve with this sort of like split hem on the sleeve as well. I don't know, it just feels really luxurious. I really like this. It comes in a bunch of different colors. I'll leave a link in my description for this and for like all of the other stuff that I try on, but I really, really like this. This is just an oversized white sweatshirt. I feel like it's not really that special. It's kind of exactly what I was looking for. I wanted something that was going to cover my bum, that wasn't going to cut me off at sort of this like weird part right here, so it does come down pretty far. I'd wear these with regular leggings, not these like flare leggings, obviously. But I kind of like how oversized it is. It feels really cozy. It kind of feels like a dress. It's kind of what I wanted. I love the details on it. I love the sleeve, how the cuff is just a little bit longer than a typical cuff. And it's got details too up here that kind of mimic that as well. Again, it's like a very basic item. I feel like this isn't that exciting, but it's nice. It's not too fleecy, so I could definitely wear this when it's kind of hot outside still. This is what I was looking for. I know it's boring, but like, I'm happy about this. All right, this is another outfit that's not actually an outfit. First off, the skirt is so cute. This is a kind of like ribbed sweater material skirt. It was $20 when I bought it. If it's still on sale, I'll link it. I mean, I'm gonna link all of it, but I'm pretty sure it's still gonna be $20. It's so soft. There's nothing under it in terms of like shorts, so you'd need to wear shorts under this if that's something that you like to do. But I think it's really cute, and I definitely could see this paired with like a cropped sweatshirt in this like fall winter, and it would be adorable. This top, however, I don't love, which I'm really bummed about. I've really been wanting like an open necked kind of sweatshirt situation going on. I feel like it's kind of flattering, especially if you have a double chin like I do. But sadly, I don't like the way that this is stitched down here. It comes in like kind of a basketball looking design. It's giving maternity a little bit to me. Like, it's just not flattering. I don't know. I can't think of a better word to use than flattering. I don't love that word, but I just don't think this is that cute on me. You might be like, well, this looks very similar to the other one. It's, again, in person, the stitching just is not a cute look. I think I'm gonna return this, sadly, and be on the hunt for another sweatshirt with something like this. Okay, and then the last piece, I feel like this is kind of a random one, or at least it seems random. Ignore the skirt. Again, I didn't really want to put together a whole outfit for this, but it's this kind of like green corduroy button down. It's oversized. I would wear this unbuttoned with like a tank top and a pair of distressed jeans. I really like this. To me, this is giving like a little bit old American vibes. I don't know. I'll insert some inspiration pictures right here of the kinds of things that I personally really enjoy when I'm dressing up just a little bit. I really like Ralph Lauren. I really like kind of Americana style, not too East Coast preppy necessarily, but I do really like kind of these deep rich colors for that. I tend to go for things that are a little bit more on the tailored side. So again, like button up shirts rather than things that are a little bit more boho. This again with like a tank top underneath, something kind of like delicate and dainty, and then a pair of jeans and like a pair of boots would be, I think, really cute. So it's not really, I feel like I'm not doing it justice in this video clip, but I am excited about this piece. Okay, forget literally everything I said about finding another sweatshirt like this. This is actually a sweater of my dad's, and my dad is not a small man, but for some reason this fits. It is really long, so this is something that I would like tuck into a jean or a pair of leggings, but it fits really well through the arms and through the bust, and I don't know, I just feel like this is perfect. And I also have it in white right here, so I definitely don't need to go out on the hunt for something like this. This is perfect. All right, so it's actually a couple of days later, but I wanted to show you how I ended up organizing my closet. I didn't want to walk you through getting all of my fall stuff out. That would be kind of unexciting, especially since I didn't end up unhauling really any of my stuff. Unhauling as if these are books. And putting anything in the donate pile. All of my fall clothes, for the most part, I really, really like. And as I was going through that bin, I was like pulling things out and I was like, oh my god, I forgot I had this. Oh my god, I forgot I had this. Like, I forgot I had this sweatshirt that I absolutely adore. I just love fall, y'all. My fall wardrobe is like my pride and joy. And as I was going through my clothes too, I realized I really don't need anything new for the season. Things that I got from Aerie really filled any gaps that I thought that I needed in my wardrobe. And then whenever I tried on things with y'all, especially my jeans, I realized I really don't need anything new. And I feel really like good about what I've got. I want to just use the things that I have, the things that I love. And let me take you in my closet and show you what that looks like. All right, we are in my closet. This angle is a little bit different than last time simply because I am on a different camera. This one has just like better lighting adaptation, if you will. So I decided to grab this one instead of my other camera, but this stuff right here is Hayden's and then these two sections are mine. And I'm really happy with how everything turned out. Okay, so when you first walk in, the first section of the closet is mine. The second section is also mine. And then that third section back there is Hayden's. Also, there's a red wig and my two cats. On this first section, you'll see my black, green, and gray clothing, plus a couple of additions like this little cape, like this robe, like this cardigan. They're just a little bit too long to go in this section over here. I really like the kind of color coding that I've got going on. It helps me whenever I'm trying to put outfits together and or like find certain items. And then you come over here and this is like my favorite section of my wardrobe. I think it makes sense because this is kind of all that I wear typically, which is just white, cream, beige, brown. And while I start sorting my wardrobe by color, I also go in and try to separate things based on type of item. So we start out with the kind of lightest weight option, which is a tank top. Then we go into t-shirts, and then we go into long sleeves, and then we go into sweaters. And then I just kind of repeat that again with the various colors that I have in my wardrobe. But that's kind of how I organize my hanging clothing, or that's how I'm organizing it for fall. And then I can go ahead and show you not this top drawer, which is like jewelry and stuff, but how I organized my drawers. So in this top drawer, I was actually able to fit all of my sweaters that were actually up here in a basket previously. And I was also able to put all of my jeans in here. Before this, my jeans and pants took up the majority of this drawer with just a couple of like straggler t-shirts. But now I've got all of my pants very comfortably in this section. I have those little separators that I got from Amazon. They're just kind of like tension rods, but I guess to separate clothing. And then I have my sweaters in here, which I just really love that I was able to fit everything and now I can see everything. And you know, I wore this and this over the past couple of days because I can actually see everything, which I love. And then the drawer that is probably the biggest change, which is my matching set and sweatshirt drawer. I'm just honestly in awe of the fact that I was able to fit everything in here. I do still have a couple of outstanding items in the wash, but like I still have room for everything. I have all of my sweatshirts here that I can easily rifle through. It's just so nice knowing that everything is well organized and that I'm able to get everything out. The bottom drawer over here is my activewear. I'll show you that. It's a mess. I'll figure that out eventually. But overall, I like how everything is organized and I can see everything. And you know, the babies have a place to hide and play, and that's all that really matters, right?
Question for the camera. Are we rolling?
I guess so. This is kind of a weird angle, but it's kind of what we've got to work with. Also, the lighting's fucking awful. So sorry. I had to use a different camera because my other one's out of commish, and by that I mean the battery just didn't charge. But we're here to do a crumble cookie review. Living, laughing, loving, enjoying crumble cookies. I didn't think we would do it this week. Here we are. Okay.
And this is a brand name cookie review.
Yeah, pretty much all of these are zesty.
M&M cookie. We got peanut butter featuring Butterfingers, a Tootsie Roll cookie, and we got Rice Krispie.
The Rice Krispie look gushy.
That's all
my
you.
Best friend.
I'm not saying I'm not gonna try it, but
my best friend was actually just talking about how she was craving Rice Krispies, and she got me wanting them, and then Crumble did this, and I was like, well, fuck, I gotta eat a goddamn Crumble cookie. So we're trying a little bit of everything today. I mean, I'm not trying the peanut butter, as you know, I don't eat peanut butter, but other than that,
except for last night.
Yeah, well, peanut sauce is different. I don't know why, but
it's mostly peanut butter.
It's different.
I feel like that's probably going to be pretty good. The texture of it looks really good.
I think my taste buds are broken.
Your taste buds are broken?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying it's going to taste like anything, just the texture is going to be good.
Get tasting notes?
It doesn't really taste like anything except for the shell of M&M's.
They needed to go the route of Great American Cookie and put like actual chocolate chips in here in addition to this. Tootsie Roll is chilled and it's got a chocolate buttercream. Here, you take your finger.
Well, give me just a second. I'm still cleaning the M&M's out of my gums here. I'm gonna take a little Butterfinger rock off of here.
Getting your rocks off?
Now that I'm eating it, Butterfinger is peanut butter. I don't know if I sound like a psycho for not knowing that, but what I thought that it was. But I got in the car just now and I was like, is Butterfinger peanut butter? Is that where the butter comes from?
Like, you didn't think that Butterfinger was a peanut butter bar, or like wondering what the origin of the name Butterfinger was?
That Butterfinger was a peanut butter bar. Anytime that I've eaten Butterfinger, I'm not like, oh, that's peanut butter, you know what I mean? Well, because it's like a weird texture. There's a lot of things going on with a Butterfinger, and to be fair, it has the texture of like crystallized honey. It doesn't really like give me peanut butter, like a Reese's does, or, you know, something of that.
Take a bite of your cookie.
How is it? What did you think?
I feel like I legitimately can't taste anything.
How much this tastes like a Tootsie Roll, and I don't know if it's in a good way.
Tootsie Rolls don't taste like anything, you know? They're not really chocolate. Like,
No, they really do.
she?
What, like, actually, what is it? It's like a chocolate malt mixed with caramel. It gives it the weird texture. It's like chocolate and caramel at the same time. That looks like you're having a hard time holding it. Like, it's like forming to your hand.
I mean,
you want to just like, not for me.
in what regard?
All of it. Not like I don't like a good Rice Krispie treat, right? It tastes like a Rice Krispie treat, which it should. The texture, not there for me. The Krispies aren't crisp enough, and the marshmallow is too, like, rubber. It tasted like I was eating
Rubber cement?
packing peanuts held together by rubber cement. That's what that felt like.
You're not wrong. Not wrong, Buster.
It kind of felt like it was being held together by, like, melted, like, sticky hands that you get from, like, CC's Pizza, you know? The Butterfinger one was good, if anyone was wondering. It was bound to be good. It's a peanut butter cookie with chocolate on it, and I don't think Butterfinger's standing in the way of that.
I didn't eat the Nerds one, so maybe I'm missing out, but a limeade cookie does not sound good to me, and I don't think these are that good. I don't know. Let me try this again, I guess.
It tastes exactly like a Tootsie. I'm not saying it's a strong flavor. It's very mild.
Oh, there we go. I'm picking it up.
Yeah. But it tastes just like a Tootsie Roll.
I mean, it's not bad. It's like chocolate, but it's for chocolate for people who are not that into chocolate.
I was gonna say, if you're into Tootsie Rolls, you'll like it, but also, who's into Tootsie Roll? Like, I'm not saying that, like, they're universally hated or anything, but, like, when is the last time that you were, or any people that you know, been like, I'm gonna get a Tootsie Roll?
Yeah, it's not like a snack candy.
Yeah, it's like, it's the filler that you put in your Halloween candy bucket.
Hey, man, we can't all have good weeks, you know?
Yeah.
Crumble's on quite the streak, but, you know, I don't even want to rate them.
You're not even gonna rate them?
All equally subpar in my eyes.
Peanut butter #1, for sure. No, yeah, you're right, I can't even rate them, because
It's just,
I didn't like the Rice Krispie one.
actually, I'm gonna use that as a palate cleanser real quick. I have too much chocolate in my mouth.
Sure, the glue that's holding that together
Really cleanses the palate.
Oh, no, you know what the texture was like to me? It's kind of like rubber cement mixed with, like, the gooey, cheesy bits between two slices of pizza. You know, like, whenever you cut the pizza and you, like, pull it away.
I shall get home and hopefully have a charged up camera because this quality is really not doing it for me. But thank you for, you know.
I like that the shadows are hiding all of my flaws, you know?
I feel like we look like we could be the cast of Monster House. Happy Wednesday, my friends! I am in high spirits. I feel like I did not get anything accomplished yesterday besides cleaning my closet and eating cookies with Hayden. Not that those are bad things necessarily, but I feel like I am still on that quest forever to get my life back together. I'm about to do that because I'm in my athletic wear and I'm gonna go on a walk. I was intending to go to the gym this morning, but my stomach was just not feeling good. All I wanted to do was hang out in bed with my cats, and you know what? I did that. I honored that, but I also want to honor my desire to be fitter and just like treat myself better, so I'm going to be going on a delightful little walk outside. The weather is so nice today. It's sunny. I think the high is only like 75, which I guess is like kind of warm other places, but here, like, that's kind of breezy fall weather for us. So I'm very, very excited to go on my little walk. I will take you on my little nature walk with me, get some cute clips. I think the trail that I normally go on has like changed a little bit since the last time that I went in the summer. So I'm curious to see what those changes are. Hopefully they're not for the worse. Before I do that, I actually wanted to tell you a little bit about the sponsor of today's video, Liquid IV. I'm super excited to be working with Liquid IV again because it's something that I use very regularly in my everyday life, so it seems like the perfect collaboration. If you're unfamiliar with Liquid IV, basically it is an electrolyte supplement that you can add to your water, and it basically multiplies the hydration you'd be getting from your water otherwise, which I personally really like and kind of need. I historically have been a pretty good water drinker, but I feel like the past couple of months I've just been forgetting, and then I end up at the end of the day trying to chug water to make up for that dehydration. Liquid IV definitely helps make up for some of those deficits, and the flavors are really delicious. I have passion fruit, tropical punch, and the new Concord grape flavor that I'm going to be trying today. Basically, you just rip open one of the sticks and pour it into 16 ounces of water, and then either shake or stir to like mix up the product, obviously. Ooh, that's good. I feel like I said this last time, but for real, the grape flavor is probably my new favorite. I am not a grape flavored girly, but this is so good. It's like just a little bit tart. It doesn't taste like medicine at all. I feel like a lot of the time anything like grape flavored, just not really for me. This is really, really good. And I'm gonna be getting 2 times faster hydration than just water alone. I love this. I'm gonna probably chug this before I go on my walk, and I'll feel good knowing that I'm hydrated. Oh, this is so good. And it's such a good replacement for a lot of like sugary drinks and beverages that you normally drink. I feel like I've been on such a soft drink kick lately, and I really want to get off of that. So Liquid IV is coming in clutch yet again. If you would like to try Liquid IV out for yourself, you can use code Chandler20 to get 20% off plus free shipping. I'll leave a link in the description as well that will like automatically apply that discount code, I believe. But thank you so much to Liquid IV for sponsoring this video. Now I am 100% ready to go on my walk, but before I do that, I actually wanted to talk to y'all a little bit about Book of Night. I did actually get like 30% into this yesterday. Actually, it might be closer to 40%. I am not reading the physical book, I am listening to the audiobook, and I was really on the fence about doing that because when I picked this up initially, I was reading the pages and I was like, I am not really grasping all of these character names, and I don't think an audiobook would help with that. I was like, I really feel like I need to be plugged in. And actually the opposite has been the case. I've really been enjoying the audiobook listening experience. You start to learn that some of the side characters don't matter so much, and for some reason the audiobook is helping put that into perspective for me. But this book is about Charlie and some other characters. Charlie, our main character, is a thief, I think we kind of find out, or a trickster in some ways. She's working at a bar, and she has been spending her whole life working for glow mists, which are shadow manipulators. And I'll be honest and transparent, like upfront, I'm not really understanding the magic system of this book, which is kind of a shame because I think that's like the whole point of it. But I'm very invested in the characters, which is why I continue to read. So Charlie, at the start of the story, she's working at a bar. She's trying to just like make a living and help pay for her sister's schooling. I believe her sister's in college. Her sister's name is like Posey or something like that. And she lives this kind of like gritty lifestyle, I guess. It definitely feels reminiscent of some of Holly Black's earlier YA works. I think a lot of people just think that the Cruel Prince series is like Holly Black, like that is Holly Black in their mind, and that is just not Holly to me. Stuff that is set in the real world that has an urban fantasy gritty feel, like that is Holly Black to me because I grew up on like Tithe and Ironside and Valiant. Anyway, Book of Night definitely feels like an ode or a remembrance to that. So we have Charlie. She works at this bar. I don't know how many times I've said that at this point, so sorry. And she is trying to make ends meet, and weird things are happening around her, and she's getting pulled into situations that she didn't necessarily want to be a part of. So I know for sure in this society that there are shadows, and that shadows can be manipulated, and that shadows in some way imbue you with powers. I don't really know in what way that works, and there are only certain people who can manipulate shadows, called glow mists. Charlie, I guess, has been working for them her whole life, or just like working amongst them her whole life. We find out that she used to work for one in the recent past. She's not anymore. She's trying to be on the straight and narrow. And then in the kind of like past, she used to do things to just like manipulate people. We find out kind of how that starts, how her mom was dating a guy she didn't like, and how she pretended to channeling a ghost essentially, and the ghost was telling her to tell her mom to break up with this guy kind of thing. And she starts working for one of her mom's friends, kind of doing sort of shitty things to trick people and to like manipulate them, you know, pay Charlie $20 as a result of helping him. We get to see how she kind of like got to the place that she is in present day. And then we also have the mystery of Vince, and Vince is our heroine's boyfriend kind of. Beginning of the story, I couldn't tell if he was going to be this like throwaway character, because typically, you know, if you have a guy who is in a relationship with a girl, like you're not expecting them to stay together in this book. But I love the way that Holly Black is using his character. So Vince, we know, doesn't have a shadow, which is like kind of scandalous. We don't really know like what it means, and no one really knows what not having a shadow means, except for like, you know, you're seen as a little bit weird. Well, Vince, he is like a crime scene cleanup guy, I want to say. Like he has an interesting job, but he's mostly a very like quiet, mild-mannered guy. He treats Charlie with a lot of respect. And she always kind of is waiting for the other shoe to drop, because she's like, my mom was in these terrible relationships. None of the women in my family historically have been in good relationships. So I'm worried that this is going to kind of fall apart. He doesn't love me or whatever. But the more the story goes on, we see that he really does care for Charlie, but he's also hiding a lot of things. And Posey, Charlie's sister, is starting to notice that. Posey actually lives with Charlie and initially points things out. And then Charlie starts realizing like there's a lot of stuff she doesn't know about him. And it all kind of starts when some kind of mysterious guy comes into the bar that Charlie works at and tries to murder her and gets unalived by Vince. And so it gets you to like wonder what's gonna happen and like what his story is. I think Holly Black does such a good job at writing male characters, or like love interests specifically. I think Vince is so interesting. I really want to know more about him. We also find out his history and how he's tied to Charlie's past, but we don't know why he's back in her life and like if he had something to do with that, you know what I mean? From like in our eyes, we think that Charlie is the one that like pursued him in the first place, but did she? I don't know if any of this is making sense. I really like the tone and the energy of of this book. I don't know that I'm liking the execution very much. I think the magic system is a little too nebulous for me. I want it to be a little bit more concrete. I want to have more... Really trying to get footage of Teddy getting up on his hind legs. He goes like this when he plays, it's so cute. Anyway, magic system, very nebulous. I want more concreteness here. I feel like if I knew more details, I would feel a little bit more invested in the story. I also think the side characters that are introduced at the beginning of the story are completely unnecessary because as of this moment, they have literally nothing to do with the story. Keeping it to the main cast of characters would have been fine, plus like a couple of additional, characters who bring the antagonism would have been good. I don't know. I'm liking it because I like that tone. Again, it feels very reminiscent of old school Holly Black, and I like that. It's also reminding me in some ways tonally of like Ninth House by Leigh Bardugo or like the Atlas Six. I think if you're looking for kind of like a darker, slower moving fantasy that has kind of like a heroine in trouble, like heroine with a past sort of thing going on, I think you might like this. But I'm gonna like withhold my judgment because I'm not entirely sure at this point like what my rating would be. Again, I'm like 30-40% in. Now it's feeling like middle of the road 3 stars, but I could see this like skyrocketing or going down depending on what happens and what we find out. It is a duology. I'm sure there's gonna be questions remaining and lingering, and I've heard that the end of this book is like definitely cliffhangery. But I am gonna go ahead and go on my walk. I didn't tell y'all like what today is looking like. I'll be honest, interesting is really the answer I have to give you. I'll take you along with me today, but I don't know how much of this I'm going to be able to get through because I'm starting a 24-hour reading vlog that's supposed to be going live on Sunday, and you will see this the following Tuesday, hopefully. So I've got a lot going on this week. It's kind of a wild week, but I do want to take you along with me because, it's like the week of Halloween basically, and like it's gonna be a fun time. I'm hoping that I'll be able to get through a lot of the thrillers that I'm reading for my 24-hour reading vlog, and that I'll be able to watch a spooky movie tonight and tell you my thoughts and feelings on it, and like you can get Hayden's some feelings on it as well. Oh, Teddy's sneak attacking. I'm gonna go ahead and go on this walk though, and I might show you what I'm having for lunch afterwards because I'm hoping that Hayden's gonna make my favorite, fingers crossed, I'll ask him to obviously, my favorite breakfast burrito. I don't know why that was so hard for me to get out of my mouth, but it's like pesto, bacon, egg, cheese, potatoes, avocado. It is so damn good. It's a half-baked harvest recipe. I'll leave that in the description as well, but it's one of my favorite things he makes. I think that like solidified that I actually like bacon. I like it a lot. Anyway, I'm gonna go on my walk. I will be back hopefully to eat a big ass burrito. Happy Thursday. I am in my car and I'm surprised how dark it is outside. My camera is really good at making you think that the lighting is always amazing. Shout out to the Sony ZV-1. But it is so dark. It's like 6:30 and it is, you know what? I think it's just fall. I think fall is upon us. I'm like kind of scared for the time change, to be honest. But thought I'd just check in with you, kind of let you know what I've been doing the past couple of days and like what my plan is for the rest of the day. So I haven't gotten that much farther into Book a Night. I think I'm like 50% in right now, but I'm like so bored by it that I don't even want to talk about it, so we're not going to. I decided on a whim to just pick something else up on my way to pick up food because I was in the mood for some romance after just reading like 4 thrillers back to back. So I picked up It's in His Kiss by Julia Quinn. Yeah, I don't want to edit in the cover, but I will. Here it is. This is the 7th book, I want to say, in the Bridgerton series. I've made my way through the majority of the series, even though like none of the romances are my favorite. I do just like how Julia Quinn writes, and I love the narration, so I think that's like what keeps me coming back to the series time and again. But this one is about Hyacinth and her relationship with a guy named Gareth, I want to say. He is the son of a baron or something like that, but he's actually not really the son of the baron. He's the bastard son, but no one else seems to know that. And at the beginning of the story, his dad's like, I'm marrying you off to this woman, and he's like, no, I'm not doing that. And so they have a bit of a falling out, but Gareth's older brother ends up passing away, and so I think he is the one who's going to be the future baron. He is like the heir to the title, and I don't think he has intention of marrying. He's apparently a bit of a philanderer, a rakehell, shall we say. And Hyacinth is like best friends with Lady Danbury, which I fucking love. She like goes to her house and like reads her books and stuff. They're just like homies. And Gareth is the grandson or nephew or something of Lady Danbury. So it's making things juicy and exciting, and I like that. The setup already is like very juicy and exciting, and I'm very much into it. I I, again, like, probably shouldn't have picked this up, to be honest. Not because I'm not enjoying it or that I, like, won't enjoy finishing it. I just have so many things that I should be picking up for my physical TBR. Like, I have so many historicals at home that I could read. I just wanted to listen to an audiobook. Like, I had my 24-hour reading vlog going on Wednesday through, like, the first part of today. And it was so much fun, and I got so much read in terms of, like, thrillers. But I'm just in such a romance mood, which is good, because that's what I'm going to be reading for the next few days anyway for, like, other videos that I'm doing. It was desperate. Like, I needed romance in my veins, and so that's what I'm reading now, and it's a good time. In terms of other developments, okay, first off, the closet reorg. This is incredible, okay? Also, I'm wearing these plaid pants that I found in my bin of tricks, my, like, fall bin, I guess you could say. So easy getting dressed this morning in my, like, newly organized closet and, like, getting to put on a real outfit, and I won't lie, this is, like, the first day that I felt really good in a while. Not that this outfit's anything, like, revolutionary or anything, but I just feel like I have not been taking care of myself in, like, any regard, you know what I mean? Like, not really eating the way that I want to be eating, not really exercising, but beyond that, like, more so just, like, haven't really been loving my hair and makeup. The short hair, I'm not saying it was a mistake, like, it doesn't look terrible. I'm still struggling with how to style the bangs that have grown out. I just miss my long hair a lot, and I don't know, I just haven't been feeling good. I feel kind of good today, and that's awesome, so I'm really glad that I got my closet organized. So yeah, that's, like, been helping my mood a ton. Also getting those thrillers read, I think, like, setting those challenges for myself and, like, trying to get a lot of stuff read at one time, like, that also feels good. And I'm really excited because I'm gonna go home and watch a movie with Hayden. I haven't decided if we're gonna watch Coraline or Monster House yet, but we're gonna watch one of the two. I actually am out in the first place because Hayden actually injured his neck. We're not entirely sure how. He has, like, a really bad, like, strain, like a muscle strain, and so he can't turn his head to the side. He was able to cook us lunch, but I felt so bad asking him to, like, cook dinner, so I decided that I would go and pick us up some stuff. I just had dinner, so I'm going to pick him up Raising Cane's, but anyway, I had McDonald's, okay? Don't judge. And I'm gonna go get him Cane's, and then we are going to watch a movie. He was actually laying on the couch earlier, and he said it was comfortable, so, like, hopefully he'll be able to watch a movie tonight, and we can give you our full review on it, and hopefully I will have some time to listen to either more Book of Night or more of It's in His Kiss. Is that what the name of this book is? I don't know why I keep, like, forgetting it. Yeah, It's in His Kiss. It just sounds so silly. But yeah, I just wanted to check in with you before it got dark outside, although it's already getting dark. So I am going to head to Cane's and grab Hayden some food, and then I'm gonna settle in for a movie. I'm genuinely so excited. I know it's silly to get excited for a movie night, but I don't really watch TV or movies hardly ever, so this is, like, actually a treat for me. Okay, friends. You know how I said that Hayden's never seen Coraline? Well, that's going to have to continue to be the case because I don't want to pay to check it out. So we're going to watch Monster House instead.
Okay. I like Monster House.
I like Monster House too. Have y'all seen it? It's an animated movie.
I'm sure they have.
I don't know. I feel like it came out when we were, like, not young, but definitely not, like, college age.
We were pretty young. Like, I think it was at least middle school.
I feel like with a lot of animated movies, I can't tell if I was, like, too old for them because my sister's 6 years younger than me.
Yeah.
And so I, like, just watched whatever she wanted to watch. That's why I'm such a Barbie movie connoisseur.
2006.
Yeah, that wasn't, like, we weren't that young.
Can you do math?
Okay, so we were
12.
That's not that young.
It's not high school. That's middle. I said middle school.
Okay.
Is that even middle school?
Yeah, you're 11 to 13 in middle school.
Oh, okay. See, I see. Like, I don't know how to put, like, ages to grades.
Yeah, so I guess it came out when you're in, like, 7th grade? 6th grade? One of the two.
Yeah, somewhere around there.
We're old. I don't remember much, except for it was kind of sad, but also fun.
Yeah. I mean, it's a little sad, like, at the end, I guess, like, kind of, like, up sort of way.
Yeah, that's sad.
Yeah, but, like, Up hits you so much harder, and it's, like, in the first couple minutes, like, they do some crazy things in the beginning of that movie.
They do.
Feel for a character in, like, 2 minutes.
The Power of Disney.
It's wild.
We're gonna watch it. We'll give you our official review. I remember really liking it, but, like, who knows? Maybe I'll hate it upon rewatch. We'll see.
Yeah, who knows? It's been a long time.
Fingers crossed. So we finished watching Monster House. Obviously, we look really delicious. It was a movie. I don't know that I, like, loved it the second time around.
I thought it was good. I don't know what you're talking about. I mean, like, it wasn't, like, my favorite movie of all time, but...
Yeah, I mean, I think it's, like, a pretty decent kids movie,
I think it... To me, it really held up in terms of movies that, you know, I only saw as a kid and, like, you know, aren't, like, super, I don't know, like, a huge part of my childhood, you know?
Yeah, it's, like, not a nostalgic movie, really. I mean, it is, but it isn't. Like, it's not like Toy Story. Yeah. Also, I cannot find a good angle for us, for the life of me.
It's because it doesn't exist for me.
That's fair for me, too. I didn't expect the fat phobia, though. Like, I guess I remember it, but also, like, I guess you don't really think about it as a kid. But the whole idea that, like, the monster house is a fat woman who died in the house and she's, like, angry and looking for revenge, I didn't love that. Like, I feel like we don't need to villainize plus size people. I mean, she had trauma, so she had a reason to, like, be mean. I'm just saying, like, I think we could have done without it.
No, yeah, it was weird that she was, like, the giantess in a circus and they kept her in a cage outside.
Yeah.
That one was a little weird.
Great.
That was a weird touch.
Definitely a weird choice.
Yeah, and he was like, I'll take you away from here. And instead of, like, getting her out of the cage and putting her into the truck, he hitched the cage to his truck and drove her away.
Yeah, choices were made there. That's my one complaint. I wish the monster house, like, had a different backstory, but it was fun seeing, like, the house come to life, and I don't know, I just remember being, like, kind of scared of Nevercracker as a kid, you know? Get off my lawn.
Great performance from Steve Buscemi, though.
Yeah. Actor of our generation. Well, not, like, our generation, but...
Actor of a generation.
Overall, I would say 10 out of 10 movie experience.
Would you? Because everything that you just said would not lead me to
I didn't say that
give this a 10 out of 10. Movie wasn't a 10.
So.
This was like a 6 out of 10 movie experience for me.
Well, you know what? You have
the movie was a 10 out of 10.
Fucked up neck, so that's...
I do. If any of y'all are, like, wondering why...
I told them your story.
Yeah, it's a whole thing.
One day, it'll be better.
I'm wearing a different shirt than I was when we started filming this earlier because I had a bag of ice on my neck for, like, half of the movie, and then it started melting, and I didn't notice that, like, my whole shoulder and sleeve was just soaked in water, so...
Splish, splash. I wish we had, like, cute little snacks while we were watching this, but I'm still really full from dinner. But
I had a cute little snack.
Oh, yeah, his chocolate-covered Ritz. I thought it would be cute, like, popcorn. Oh, I don't even like popcorn, though, you know? Do you know? I'm letting you know.
I mean, to be fair, I don't like popcorn at home. Like bagged popcorn.
Babbed popcorn.
Not for me. I say that, like, I would be fine with popcorn at home if we actually bought, like corn kernels and then, like, popped it on the stove.
Of course. You're that kind of guy.
But, like, bagged microwave, it's specifically the, like, powdered butter flavor kind of stuff.
It's not powdered. It's liquid.
Huh?
It's a liquid butter.
No, I'm talking about in the, like, little packs of microwave popcorn.
It's liquid butter.
Oh, well, it doesn't taste like it. It tastes like powder by the time it gets to your lips.
And it's delicious.
I like the liquid butter at the movie.
Who else is a butter lovers?
I am a butter lover, but not butter lovers popcorn lover.
That's why you're wrong. He likes kettle corn.
It's one of the many styles of corn that I like. You like no corn, so don't even...
I like white cheddar popcorn. And corn...
That's not even
And
real.
Corn when it's made into Cheetos.
You're
and
just
corn
talking about
chips.
pirate's booty, and that's, like, not even popcorn.
No, I'm talking... That's puffed corn. I'm talking about white cheddar popcorn.
Yeah, not for me.
It's delicious. It's not too crunchy. It's got that sweet, but
you
also...
like the popcorn that they sell at, like, fundraisers.
That's mean.
That was popped, like...
I can't believe you would say that.
A year ago, you know?
Okay, no. That's actually one of my pet peeves is when they, like, sell popped popcorn in those, like, plastic bags. Mm-hmm. No, I will not eat that.
Or like a 10, you know? Like the 10 of, like, caramel corn?
No. White cheddar popcorn at the grocery store in, like, an actual, like, bag, yes.
At the grocery store in an actual bag? I don't know what you mean by that.
You know, like, okay, if you go to, like, a sporting event, sometimes they'll, like, have popped popcorn in, like, a clear plastic bag. Like, I don't want that. I want, like, the white cheddar popcorn on the chip aisle at a grocery store.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You like popcorn that was popped, like, a year ago.
If it's got that coating... Ooh.
Yeah, that's what I don't like the powder. I don't want powder on the outside of my, like, stale popcorn.
I like it. It has such a distinct texture, too.
To me, that's, like, the same as, like, a ballpark or whatever, like, popcorn.
He also doesn't like nachos, so...
I don't like nacho cheese, yeah. And I don't like nacho
I just don't
jalapeno
understand
slices.
how you can eat Taco Bell and not like nacho cheese.
I eat things that don't have nacho cheese on them, for the most part, at Taco Bell. It's just who I am, alright?
It's grounds for divorce.
Go for it.
No, then who would I have to cook for me and make me my own homemade cheese sauces?
No, you don't have anyone now.
Well, not at this very moment, but...
You're just picking the hair out.
Yeah, there's cat hair dangling. You can see it in the viewfinder. Do you want a close-up?
No, I was going to say wrap this up because it's hurting my neck a lot.
Okay, I'm going to go read. Bye! Hello, happy Friday, my friends. Let's talk about some books while I attempt to do my makeup. I have my little makeup bag here. It's like a double-sided makeup bag I got on Amazon. I'll link it in the description. I'll kind of walk you through my routine as I tell you what I have been up to and like what I've been reading. I finished It's in His Kiss last night by Julia Quinn, and I really enjoyed it. There's something about Julia Quinn's writing that like I'm just always drawn to, even if I don't love the romances in really any of her stories. Just like the way that she writes, and I feel like they're so entertaining that I just can't help but be kind of invested in the story. Also, wow, okay, I didn't realize I had like 2 new zits just pop up overnight, so that's fun. I'm using the Makeup Forever HD Skin Foundation in, of course, the palest shade. Hopefully this will cover my new acne. But that story was really interesting. I feel like it was more original than some of Julia Quinn's other works. Obviously, it followed the bastard son of the Duke of Sinclair and Hyacinth, which I really came to enjoy. I felt like their relationship was something that I feel like I'd never really read in historicals before. I feel like heroines fall into like one of 3 categories. She's either a wallflower, I don't know, she's just a girl, or on occasion you will get a very spirited heroine, and I feel like you tend to get more spirited heroines in romance when the romance is older, which I feel like is why I have been gravitating towards older historical romances lately. I just feel like there's something about the way that heroines were written by authors in like the 80s and 90s that I really like, especially like a Judith McNaught. She definitely knows what the fuck she's doing in that regard. Not to say that those like romances are not without fault, but I tend to prefer the characterization in those. Hyacinth is very like high-spirited and argumentative, I guess. Not in like a bold, brash kind of way. Like she doesn't get herself into a lot of trouble, but she definitely wants someone who can keep up with her wit-wise, and she meets her match definitely in Gareth Sinclair. A lot of their story is spent kind of like puzzling through a mystery together, which I really enjoyed. I'm about to go in with the Tarte Ultra Creamy Concealer. I don't like this. I like the regular Shape Tape, but I just don't have it, so I'm using this. I liked that their romance was really built on this mystery because Gareth was trying to kind of decode this journal that was left behind by his grandmother, and he was hoping that it could maybe like help him find out who his actual father was, because his dad has just been like lording this over his head for so long and has always treated Gareth like shit because he's illegitimate. Hyacinth agrees to help Gareth with the journal, but she doesn't know that he is illegitimate. Like he doesn't reveal that to her whenever she's like puzzling through the journal, and that's like part of the conflict of the story, and that's why like I think this romance didn't work as a romance. I just feel like you can't really lie to your heroine and it be a success. Like I mean, I don't know if this is a spoiler or not, she actually wasn't that upset by his lie, which I guess is kind of good. She didn't seem fazed by it, but I feel like that would be a deal breaker for me if a guy was like trying to get in my pants and marry me before he told me that like he's not actually the legitimate son of this baron. Not that she like wanted the title or whatever, like she was already part of the peerage, but it was just like, I don't know about that. That just seems a little suspicious to me. Did again like the mystery that was surrounding the journal. They were trying to like find diamonds as well. Oh, that's what she was super into. Specifically, she really wanted to find the diamond. He wanted to see if maybe his grandmother like knew about his parentage, or was it his mother's journal? I don't really know. He figures it out, and it's a cute little romance. I thought it was fun. I didn't think the romance was that spectacular, though I will say I think this is one of the better romances in the series. I reread the Anthony Bridgerton one, I would say most recently, and I was just struck by how much better the show is than the book series. Going in with the Maybelline Fit Me powder under my eyes and kind of all over my face, I just felt like the show switched up the story in a way that I thought was interesting. I didn't realize how much the second book of the series was like identical to the first book, like Marriage of Convenience, blah blah blah. So yeah, I much preferred the show. So I'm curious to see like what they do honestly with like all of the character stories. I'm so excited for Colin and Penelope's story. That one's easily my favorite, and I actually do think that one is one of the better romances in the story. It felt realistic, if annoying at times. I think Colin's character is a little immature, but I don't know, I feel like it was a little hard on the series whenever people were asking me like when the Bridgerton show came out, like, oh, should I read these? Are they great? I don't think the book series is great. I still stand by that. I think it's really fun, and I think it's worth a read if you just want something breezy, but I think if you're looking for like a swoony romance, like I wouldn't necessarily recommend Bridgerton. Anyway, I'm gonna go in and bronze my face with the Too Faced Milk Chocolate Soleil bronzer. I prefer my Hourglass bronzer, but I'm almost out of it, and I'm trying to like use this one up before I repurchase the Hourglass one, but I've hit pan, which is nice, so I am going through it. What else could I talk to you about? Oh, I actually I don't want to say just started, but I have been working my way through The Kiss Curse today. I'm like 50% in, which is wild because I didn't spend that much time reading it, maybe like an hour and a half. It has been interesting. Like, I really didn't like The X-Hex by Aaron Sterling. Like, it just really was not for me. Was it a bad book? Actually, it was. I mean, I DNF'd it. And I don't DNF things that I own very often. I just thought the writing was kind of immature, and I remember getting a little bit confused and just thinking that the enemies to lovers kind of relationship was a little bit corny at the end of the day, which sucks because, like, you know, I like the idea of a good witchy romance. I've just yet to find a good one. This one is still corny a little bit, and I don't think the writing has improved that much, but I think the dynamic between hero and heroine is like maybe a little improved over the first book. So I feel like my bronzer's looking hella weird on camera. I'm not really good at blending, so you know, that could be part of it. But I really feel like bronzer is the key to success if you're super pale, because otherwise you just look like a moon after applying foundation. Okay, anyway, now I'm going in with the Hourglass Ambient Lighting blush in Sublime Flush. It's just this like really cool toned pink. But this book is about our two main characters, Gwen and Wells. Gwen or Gwen, I'm just gonna go with Gwen, it's easier for me to say. Gwen is the cousin of Vivian or Vivi, I don't fucking know, from the first book. Kind of weird to me that her love interest is her cousin's husband's brother, so I guess they'll be like sisters-in-law and cousins. Anyway, she basically owns a like witchy shop in this little witchy town. The town is imbued with magic from the ancestors of Vivi and her cousin. Oh my goodness, y'all. No, can y'all do that somewhere else, please? Because I'm trying to film a video. Going in with the ColourPop highlighter in Flexitarian, the town is imbued with the powers of Vivi and Gwen's ancestors. And so, like, the town in general is kind of like Halloween-y, and the college there teaches not only like regular classes but also like witchy classes. So I don't know, there's like magic in the town, and so they have to cater towards both like magical citizens and also non-magical tourists and stuff because it's like a tourist town. Gwen owns a shop where she sells stuff to tourists, and we have Reese's brother Wells coming to town, and he is going to open really, y'all? And he is going to open a shop of his own. I'm so sorry for what's happening in the background. I mean, I'm not really sorry because it's kind of cute, but it's also sort of fucking irritating. So, you know, sorry for the interruptions. I'm going to seal up this side of my makeup bag and then flip to the other side if I can. It is a little overstuffed at the moment, though you can put a lot of stuff in here. I really do like this. I think it's supposed to be a dupe for the Baze travel bag. I don't know. Other side, which is like the eye side of the bag, or at least that's what I use it for. I'm going in with just the second shade in this Natasha Denona mini nude palette. This is like not a great color palette for like a really pale person, but I don't really care. Anyway, Wells is in town because he is going to open his own shop to compete with Gwen's shop. It is also kind of a tourist shop. He is only selling to tourists, so the stuff that he has in his shop is not actually magical, but it has more of a magical vibe to it. The way it's described kind of makes it sound like a cozy bookshop. It's got like a roaring fire in there where like you can sit and drink some complimentary teas and things of that nature. So it just seems like a nice place to be, and he's getting a lot of customers, and Gwen is not super happy with this, but I think new things are afoot because at this 50% mark, okay, they have kissed at this point, which I didn't really like. I thought their like love potion love spell that accidentally like falls on them in the back shop room was a little cheesy. Didn't love that, but I think things are gonna get interesting because there is a new witch in town who's looking for a new coven, and she seems to be a little bit like, I don't know, meddlesome, troublesome, all of the above. She invites both Wells and Gwen to this like soiree at her house, and she is trying to, I think, get like a new coven together, because at the moment I think Gwen and Vivi, like, they have their own little coven witchy thing, but I don't think they have like a really big formal coven, but I could be wrong. I haven't seen any indication that there is one, but anyway, I'm going in with the Stila Stay All Day waterproof liquid eyeliner. The micro tip version, I prefer the regular, though the micro tip's not bad. This is just all that they had at Ulta, and that's kind of where I'm at in the book. I don't know, I'm not like sold on the romance, although it's like a perfectly fine reading experience. I think the book's only 300 pages, so I'm expecting to finish it sometime today. I'm not entirely sure. I do have another vlog I need to work on because, you know, a bitch's job is just never done, apparently. Liking it enough, I guess. Like, obviously I'm getting through it on like the X-Hex, so like maybe it is an improvement. I just think generally like witchy stories just don't work. I don't know why. I don't know why they're cursed. They just are. I just don't think the romances ever turn out very well. The mascara I'm going to be using is just Lash Paradise. I alternate between this one and the L'Oreal Million Lashes. I think L'Oreal makes my favorite mascaras. The progress that I've made with reading this week, I've been pretty happy with. Like, I've gotten stuff done for other videos, but I was also able to finish It's in His Kiss by Julia Quinn. I got 50% into both Book of Night and The Kiss Curse. So, you know, living, laughing, loving. And I got to watch like a little Halloween movie. I wish this had been a little bit more Halloween-y of a vlog, but you know, I'm not really a Halloween-y girl, but I can promise there's gonna be a shitload of Christmas content for me because nothing if not a Christmas loving bitch. I guess I could update you on Book of Night before I leave. I got a little bit further into it last night. I think I went from like 40 to 50% of this book. It's just like dragging ass. There has been a confrontation between Charlie and Vince where she's like, yo, you lied about your identity and I'm pissed about it. He just leaves, which was fun. You know, love a guy who just bails when the going gets tough. But I am really curious because it seemed like he wanted to say some stuff to her, but he just didn't. I don't know if he didn't have the courage or if he wasn't allowed to say like why he was around her or like why he was interested in a romantic relationship with her, but I was intrigued and I wanted to know more. I'm assuming we're going to get more maybe as the story carries on, but I never thought that I would be interested or invested in a relationship that already kind of like started in a story, you know, that wasn't like a marriage in trouble. But I am, like, I really want them to be together, and like I'm very curious as to like what his story is and why he is interested in Charlie in the first place, or if like, you know, he's just using her. I mean, he could just be using her, but I don't think that's the case. I don't think I've ever read a Holly Black book without romance, so I think it's safe to say that like he is going to be the love interest. Anyway, yeah, I don't know, it's a tough one. I've read such mixed reviews on this book, but the people who like it tend to like other stuff like Ninth House. I know Ninth House was just not a popular book for a lot of people. I mean, it was popular in that like Bardugo published it, but I think a lot of people didn't enjoy that one so much because it was kind of slow moving, sort of like Book of Night, but I fucking ate that book up. Like, I loved it, and I'm so excited for Hellbent, so I don't know. Last step, we're using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Clear Brow Gel because, you know, gotta keep these puppies in place after spending all of 5 seconds filling them in with a brow pencil. But yeah, I don't know. Happy with my progress. Kind of happy with how this week went. I feel like I'm slowly getting my life back together. I'm slowly, you know, figuring my stuff out. I'm sure it's like an ongoing process, and I'm gonna be doing that over the next few weeks that you'll see in vlogs, but I feel like this was a good start this week. I've been eating at home more often. I went on my fun little walk. I wanted to go on another walk these past couple of days, but it's been raining, so I haven't gotten the opportunity, but still happy. Like, even if I get outside like one time a week, like that's better than nothing, right? I'm in clothes that I'm happy about, which is like exactly what I was going for at the beginning of this week. This is one of my favorite clothing pieces. This is from Abercrombie last season. It's just a leopard sweatshirt. I don't know why I like it so much. I think it's just the color of the brown, but I feel sumptuous. I feel luxurious. I feel kind of happy. You know, not perfect. Oh, can't forget the lip gloss. This is Buxom Dolly. And this is the lip polish, although I do prefer the Dolly lip cream, which is like a little bit more opaque. This is just kind of like a shiny lip gloss, and it also kind of doesn't go with the eye look or the well, no, it does kind of go with the cheeks, huh? Now that I'm looking at this, I definitely should have done a different eyeshadow. I don't really know what the fuck I was thinking, but I feel like I look pretty decent. Thanks for joining me on this adventure. I know that this was kind of an all over the place vlog, but you know, it had some of our favorite staples, right? Crumble reviews, talking about books kind of, and like also getting our lives together. I feel like that's kind of a running theme in these, even if it hasn't been spoken aloud. These vlogs are kind of where I get my life together. So thanks so much for watching this video. If you stuck around this whole time, I love you so much. Leave me an emoji. Give me the kiss print emoji, you know, the one where it's like, I just kissed a piece of paper. Give me that emoji. I want to see a lot of that in my comments. Thanks so much for watching. I can't assure you that next week's going to be better, but I think it might be. Anyway, love you all so much. Thanks so much for watching, and until next time.